to check in here. We've got several people on the panel here today. This is something we're going to try to do every Thursday and Tuesday at this time, especially for a while. Help get some our new members up to speed and help everybody get out there and sell a bunch of T-shirts. So, Michael, you're getting things set up over there, are you?
Yeah, I'm getting things set up. You guys, when we'll just wait another minute or two here, and then you know, we'll kind of let Matthew start off, and then for about 15 minutes, I know he's going to go over some things. I know some questions that have come up in the group, and then you know, after that, we're going to try to keep it to about 30 minutes. But if it goes over, that's fine too. But if you guys have questions, you can start typing them in, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of read them off, and then we'll answer them as needed, and
Sure.
we'll just kind of go from there.
Well, and so everybody knows, you know, what we've got on the call today. Michael Trainer, he's been with us for, you know, really a couple of years, haven't you, Michael?
Yeah, I've been since almost the beginning of the TREX WP when they came out with the plugin. I've been with them for almost since the beginning.
So especially for you new members, if you need any help at all with getting your site set up, you know, reaching out to Michael or Kevin or Matthew, you know, feel free to do that in our Skype group and on our fan page there, and we'll give you that information later on if you haven't joined any of those groups, so that you can jump in there and we can help you out. Kevin Vidito, he's on the call. He's here to help as well. You've probably seen him in both the Skype group and on the fan page. Reaching out to Kevin, he's a ton of information, especially when it comes up to setting Facebook ads, and he's here to help you as well. On that subject, Kevin and I are talking about putting together an event probably here in Hannibal at Printex, and we'll have more details over the next week. But somewhere around the middle of the month, having some training up here at Printex where you can come in, and Kevin's here to teach you Facebook ads and just helping you get with your websites. So that'll be coming up in January. Also, Ken and Dwight shared with us that they are planning a real high-level training event in Vancouver around the 20th of January. So those that are really looking for some serious training, start looking for that event to show up. Matthew, are you on the call yet?
Yeah, I'm here, Andy.
Hey, Matthew. Welcome.
Yeah, how's it going?
So what we want to do today, especially we've had a lot of new members by the Done For You site, and we want to help you guys get in, set up your business settings, set up the back end, show you how easy it is to build a product with the Done For You site, and get a campaign up and going. And so when you're ready, Matthew, we'll have you share your screen and kind of walk us through that. At the end of that, we've had a few people too that have purchased you know, just the basic plan and the membership, and we're going to show you some tips too to help you guys get up and going. We'll show you the links where all the videos are here as well, and we'll spend a little bit of time on the call today on that, and then Tuesday we'll get into more detail for those that have bought that.
Yeah.
So are you ready to show us something, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm ready, yeah. So, do you want to pass the screen over to me, Michael?
Okay.
Do I just click the screen share?
I think you just click the screen share.
Okay. Show my screen. Okay, bear with me a second. Okay, do you see it? Am I on the right screen?
I see it.
Yeah. I see,
You haven't got Skype. You see the family store, is it?
not yet.
You see Skype?
Yep.
Hold on, let me change screen then. Must be this one. Is that better?
There you go. I see the family store.
Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, well, hello. So if you want to, while I'm talking, if you want to just type in the chat, if you've got anything you're stuck on, any questions about setting up, not marketing and stuff, but actually getting going with your store, let me know, because it'll be easier for me to answer specific questions. But I'm going to show you a couple of things. You may have already done that. Some of you have, some of you may not. So this is a family store. I don't know which store you got. You might have a mug store or a different store, but basically Done For You store is pretty much the set. You know, you've got to do the same setup stuff, so it just looks different, and they've got different products on them. So if I go into the dashboard now, with a done for you store, we have literally done everything possible that we can for you, and there's only the last couple of things that you need to do to actually get going as quickly as possible. One of them is Spark Post, and Spark Post is basically what sends your emails out from your domain and delivers those emails. So that's crucial that you do that. And the reason we haven't set that up for you is because originally when we did done for you sites, we did set up the Spark Post, and because we did it all from the same IP, Spark Post closed everybody's accounts down. So that's one thing that we really can't set up for you. If you look in your settings here, you'll see Spark Post here, and basically you need to add an API key here to get your Spark Post going. So you'll need to make make a Spark Post account at Spark Post. So just go to Spark Post and sign up for an account. So it's free for a certain amount of emails, something like 10,000 emails a month. So it's pretty much free, and if you're sending out 10,000 emails a month from making sales, then you know it's not really much to pay for anyway after when you get to that level. So it's pretty much free. If I log into one of my accounts here, because sometimes this is a little bit daunting for people setting it up, but actually it is pretty easy. If you scroll down and click manage sending domains here, you'll need to add a new domain. So you'll put your domain name in there, and then you'll need to make a text record in your cPanel. It only takes a couple of minutes, and then you'll need to send an email off. Okay, so I'm not going to actually verify this one right now, but if you do have any problems with it, you can always send me a support ticket, and it would just literally take me a couple of minutes to set that up. So that's one crucial thing that you need to get going if you're you know, getting going. The other thing that you could add to your store is an SSL certificate, which isn't essential, but it's an optional extra, and basically having an SSL certificate is going to give you the opportunity to take credit card payments and PayPal payments. So the reason you need an SSL for the Stripe payments, to take the credit card payments, is because the transaction actually happens on your website, whereas with PayPal, you've probably seen it before, you get passed over to PayPal's site, and then you do the transaction on PayPal, who's got their own SSL certificate, and then it gets passed back. So having an SSL is optional. Don't let it hold you back getting going, because you can still take credit card payments via PayPal anyway. So that is really, for the done for you stuff, pretty much all you need to do. You'll need to check out your business settings. So if you come down to WPTREX here and have a look at your business settings, some of you guys, we may have already put your PayPal account in, but still double check that PayPal account, make sure it's right, because that's where you're going to be receiving your money. So if we've made a typo and we've put that in for you, just double check and make sure that's right. Double check that these cart countries are activated. They should be. If not, just check whichever countries you want to activate. So if these aren't checked, then when a customer gets to their cart page, they're not going to be able to actually put in a country and a state. So just double check that, run through these business settings, double check these, just make sure, like this notifications email, this is where you get notified for your sales. Your business name should already be in. Your default supplier should be set up already to Printex. You can set products to individual suppliers and different suppliers, so we've got some videos on that if you want to check those out. And that's pretty much it. You know, you'd be ready to rock and roll straight away. If I just quickly explain this down here, this some people don't quite understand this, but what this is right at the bottom is where you set up your account with Printex. So when you're making sales, your sales are going to be pinging off every 24 hours via email in the format of a CSV, and you need to set up an account at Printex's end, so when they receive those CSVs, they know who you are and who to bill and everything. So this part here, you only fill this in after you've made your very first sale, and you just fill in your details here, and then you choose an order number here. So you might have done a few test orders beforehand, so you got the chance to choose an order, and you ping that off, and you only do that once. Okay, once you've done that, then the rest of it runs automatically. Just to say as well, if you want to check out the pricing to work out your prices or anything, you can click there, and that will take you to up-to-date pricing. So once you've done that, you're ready to actually go out and market the products on there. But I think we wanted to show you, you know, because the next stage you're going to want to upload your own product. So I'm going to show you quickly how quick and easy it is to upload products. So we've got, there's two ways you can set up a product basically. We've got an import feature down here. So we do sell graphics packs. So the import feature, I'll show you that first because that's really quick and easy. And I've got some products here, which are the Christina ones. So when you get it, they're going to be in one zip file like that. So if I just right click and extract that like that, it's popped open on my other screen. So that's extracted, and then inside here you'll see two more zip files and a CSV file. Okay, so then to actually import those into your store, we'd come to import products here, and then you would choose the files here. Just to let you know, these, it says images, fonts, products, CSV. In the actual folder there, the images and fonts are the other way around. So if you're not paying attention, you might put the wrong one in. So just make sure. I'm going to go and choose this file now. So first of all, I'm going to go for images. You see that one's in the middle. So I'm going to crank that one in, and then I'm going to go fonts, whack that one in, and then product CSV, and whack that one in. So what that's going to do, it's not going to take long, it's just firing in now. What that's going to do is import, I think there's 4 products in that zip file. So it's going to import 4 products, and then what I'm going to do when it's uploaded is I'm just going to quickly clone a campaign and add those products to a campaign, and basically that's how quick it will be to set up another product using the import feature. So that's just 90% now. Just quickly wait for that to go in, and then so those products are in. If I skip to the product section quickly, we'll see that is this one, this one, this one, and this one. So those 4 products have imported. They're all set up, ready to rock and roll. I'll just quickly show you here. So we've got the product description in, which is, in this case, it's an image. And then all your pricing and everything's set up, the style, everything's set up, ready to receive at Printex. Your images are in there and everything. And then, like, this is a mock-up on a model, obviously. But everything's ready to rock with those. So the next thing you would need to do is come to campaigns, and then go and find a campaign. So I'm looking for one. This one I know is a non-personalized campaign. So all I do is hit duplicate like that, and then just wait for that to load. And then I can't remember the exact name, so I'll just call this Christina, which I've spelled wrong. So then I copy that. I always edit the permalink, so I make sure the permalink actually matches the title of the product. And then I would go down to page styling down here, scroll down to where we add the products. So I'd remove these products because these are the products that were attached to the campaign I just duplicated. And then I would look for the one, let me just have a look to see what it was called, Miss Christina. So I'll just quickly look for Miss Christina, which is here. So when I add them in, I just select that bottom one, click the blue plus icon, select the next one, select the next one, and then select the fourth. Okay, so ooh, my mouse just went crazy there. I'll just quickly remove those. And the black hoodie. Okay, so you notice we've got two excuse me, we got two ladies tees there. One is the actual mock-up, so hopefully with a bit of luck that one will be in first position because it will look nicest when you land on the page. So I'm going to right click on the permalink and just go and have a quick look. So yeah, there it is. So that campaign is now ready to market. So I've actually been talking to you and showing you a couple of extra things, but literally that probably took me about 3 minutes to do that with the import feature, because we duplicated the campaign, everything's set up, all our menus are set up, footer and all that sort of stuff, and it's just imported these products in and we've just attached them to our duplicated campaign. So that's one method of adding products. The other method is by manually adding them. So if I go to products here, so typically, I'll just minimize this, I've got one ready here. So typically you would get your images from your designer like this. Usually you get a light and a dark design for light and dark t-shirts, and the recommended file size is 2800 by 3200. So that's because we need a large image to go to print. So this is going to be a personalized campaign, so we've also got a font attached to this. Now if I actually start the process, so inside our, I'm already on products, inside the products we should have some templates, which I don't think I have on this store. So what I'm going to do, a lot of you guys will have blank templates in the store, so perhaps maybe if Randy or Michael cover some stuff after, I can come back to that. But what I'll do here is I will duplicate another personalized product. So let's just go for this purple one. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, and then I'm going to go and edit this. So with the templates that we've got, the actual dimensions will be here and here. Okay, so it will tell you this is the large text image, and it will tell you here that it needs to be 2800, and this is the small text image, and it will tell you here the size of the image. Now I'm pretty sure this is 290 to fit on here. So what I will show you quickly, because it won't take long, I use this Photo Filter 7. I use Photoshop as well, but for quick and easy things, this is a free graphics program. There's tons of them out there. It's just quicker and easier than opening up Photoshop and doing it all through Photoshop. So you will, quite likely need Photoshop. It's definitely well worth getting. But for this situation, I'm just going to use this quick, easy one. So I've just dragged that image, dropped it in there, and I'm going to resize it now down to 290. And that's just popped on the other window. So I'm just going to resize this down to 290. Now you could, if you're using a graphic designer, you could just get them to send you all a pack of images all the right size, but I just wanted to show you the whole process. So I've just resized that, and now I'm going to right click and save it as, and I'm going to save it in that folder, which is, where is that folder? Okay, I'm just going to save it on my desktop. So I'm also, one thing to remember is always try and name these files, because once you build up a ton of them in your media library, there it is, once you build up a ton of them, it's always a good idea to start off on the right foot with naming these products really well, because if you try and go back and look through your media library, it's a nightmare trying to find the images when they've just got random names. So, and when you click on them in your media library, if you've put the size there, it really helps you, differentiate which image is which. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and save that at 290. So now, oops. So now I have my large image and this image here, which I'm going to use in this product that we're setting up. So back to these product settings. So all I need to do is change out this text image here. And if I open up this file here, I'm going to drag this text image and just drop it into my media library like that. And then I'm going to insert that there. And then I'm going to grab my large one. It's just taking a minute to catch up. I'm going to chuck my large one in there as well. Okay, so just wait for that to catch up. Okay, so we've got those in there. The reason we have a small and a large text image is because the small image is the one that's displayed on the website, so it doesn't need to be huge, and the large one is the one that's actually sent off to Printex for printing. So that's the reason that we actually have two. I've just uploaded those in.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, what I might say too is, because I get this question a lot, that large image, that 2800, that's all I need. Nobody needs to change that at all. I take it on my end and I scale it down, so whether it's on a big 5X t-shirt or all the way down to a can wrap, I use that same size image and I take it from there and I scale it down, so nobody has to worry about. If they get it to me at that 2800, I can take it from there.
Yeah, cool. So I've just refreshed that. You'll see we've got a name. This is actually a name field, but it's a number from that other shirt. So when we do, I'm going to switch on, use the second name because we've got two here. So I'm going to change this. When we edit anything here in the text settings, you always need to click refresh there first before you actually click it down here. So I'm going to go Matthew. There. Then I'm going to upload the font. So I'm going to grab the font that was in that file. Chunk 5. I'm going to throw that in there. That's just going to take a couple of seconds to load. Chunk 5. There it is. I'm going to make sure it's on center. And then what I'm going to do is just change the color here so we can see it a bit better. And then this text container here, our text box needs to be inside this container, okay? So don't have it sticking out like this or sticking underneath here. It must be actually within this container because the software works out how many pixels down and across it is. So just keep that inside. And then to edit the text container, the size and stuff, this is where we do it here. So I'm going to go 285 because that image was 290. And then I'm going to take this up to 40 and I'm going to click refresh here, and then I'm going to refresh it down here next to see it. So here we have this one, which is nicely inside the container. This one is for our second name that I haven't set up yet. So I'm just going to bring that down a bit and I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger. So we'll go up to 30 with that font like that. Refresh the preview. And then I'm going to do the second name down here. This grammar we'll go for. And then I'll choose my font, which was the Chunk 5. We'll put it in the center. We'll make the font size 40 again. Width was 285. And the height was 50. And I'll make that red again, just for the demo. So I'll refresh that. There's my text settings. I'll refresh the preview. So there we go. That is, and then I'll click save. So that product is now ready to be added to a campaign.
Hey Matt. Hey Matt.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add something in while you're doing this. When you guys are setting up, like for instance, this is like a personalized, auto-personalized campaign. This tends to be, and once you get the hang of it, this tends to take just the most time. Is just kind of messing with the settings above, where you're, you know, what kind of font that you have, what the size is, and but usually once you do it a few times, it's pretty easy. You have a really good knack for it, and again, you always want to leave. As you can see in the Matthew, he left room on the sides, so in case there is a longer name, you never want to make that box so tight to the words where somebody couldn't fit a longer name in there. So that's also important, and you just keep refreshing your view. And then once and as far as the grandma, I mean, grandma is usually the longest name for like a grandma nickname, so that's kind of fine. But if you wanted to leave it a little bit longer, you can always like take the font down a little bit and or something like that. So usually just messing with these on your first campaign is all it takes, and once you've got it down, you fly right through them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's only taken me a minute to do that. And this is maybe a bit more of a tricky one. If it was just a non-personalized, it would be a case of just putting the graphics straight in there and then
Yes. If you can scroll up to where you put the graphic to images, Matt, I just want to show them that. So this is or even like a manual of personalized, where you have to put more than one name per. You know, like say if they want to list out the grandkids' names on a design and they have 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever, and so you're not going to really go through all this because you're going to get the email. It's going to say manual of personalized. You're actually going to go do the art yourself, whether in Photoshop or whatever graphic design service that you're using. So you really won't have to do this at all. You'll just be using the large text image, and then you won't even need an image for the one in the middle, and then the one above will be just your mock-up that you're using, the 700 by 700 like for your ads. So really when you're using all three of these is really when you're doing like a personalized or an auto personalized campaign.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that product is set up. I mean, it only took me maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and like you say, Michael, once you get used to it, then it's real quick and easy to do that.
Right, and what this will allow the customer to do is what makes the plugin so great, is that they'll be able, now that you're set up, they'll be able on the page, they'll be able to type in whatever names, and it will automatically preview it for them, and that's just a huge selling point. They're able to see exactly what it looks like, what it's going to look like when it's printed, and usually when they see their own personal names or family names or grandkids' names on a shirt, it's just like it's a matter of them just loving it and buying it. So that's what's a really great feature that we have.
Hey, Michael, I see a couple people are asking that didn't get the Done For You site. They just signed up for the basic membership, and they'd like information on how to get that. Would you mind dropping that link in here for them
Sure.
so they can grab that site? So yeah, if you've got just the basic site, if you signed up for that and you'd like to have the Done For You, since you're already a member, you can buy the Done For You sites for a pretty steep discount. We sell the Done For Yous for $14.95. If you're already a T-Rex member and you're set up and you'd like to upgrade to that, it's just $4.97. So you would drop that site on there because there's a couple people asking for that.
Sure. And I'm just going to put that, I think I can just put it in the chat and the entire audience can see it here.
Yeah, sure. You want me to show my screen, and I've got some of those products up, Matthew, that I had with mine. I can share that, and I can also share a little bit about the T-Rex, the login for locker stock as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. How do I?
I think I can do. Let's see here.
Yeah, I've stopped sharing now, Andy. I should have.
Okay. Yeah, I just need to figure out on my end how to share my screen. So, can you see mine at all?
Not yet, Randy.
Let's see here.
Yeah, is everybody on the call? Are they all getting on all right with it? Is there anything in particular that people are hung up on?
There's a couple questions, and while Randy's figuring that out, I'll kind of speak them out loud, and Kevin or Matthew, if you want to jump in. We did have From Steven. Steven asked, where do you put the new Facebook pixel in events, or the new pixel? It says in the, for instance, in the college fan warehouse done for you site. So I think what he's trying to ask is, where do you put the the new pixel at for retargeting and for conversions?
Yeah. Do you want me to answer that now? Or?
Yeah, you can go ahead and answer that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that pixel will go in the. If you look in your business settings, right at the bottom of the business settings, you'll see 3 fields there. That's where your tracking pixels go. There's one for page view, one for conversions, and one for the cart. And that's the global setting. So if you put them in there, they'll be active on all of your campaigns. And then if you look inside the campaign settings, you'll see the same 3 fields towards the bottom. And if you put them in the campaign settings, they'll be active on that campaign only, and that will override the global settings. So if you had, say, 20 campaigns and you put them in the business settings, they would be active on all 20. And then if you put them in the campaign settings on one campaign, all the rest of the other 19 campaigns would be taking the global one, and the one campaign would take them from the campaign settings.
Does that answer your question, Steven?
Oh, fuck! Yeah.
Whoa, that was interesting.
So embarrassing.
That sounds like Ken.
Yeah. So, hey guys, can you see my screen, Matthew?
Yeah, I can see it, Randy. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is a sample of the products. I'll start back. So when you get in there and you have all the products, these are the hoodies here. It comes with all the different colors that we carry, and all the pricing and everything is built into it for you. So you've got the descriptions, everything loaded in there, pricing, and oh, by the way, I mean, if you want to get in and you want to change it to anything you want, you can just change the pricing, get rid of a size, add a size, whatever you want. And then again, it shows you here what size small image and large image. So all that's set up there for you.
So that makes it super easy for anybody. If you're doing a campaign and you're doing a blue hoodie, all you do is you come in, you look for your blue hoodie, you hit copy, and then everything's set ready for that blue hoodie, and literally you just drop in your 2 designs, your small and large image.
Yep. I just go in here and find something I want. I'll just grab something off my... I won't even change the other one, but you can. And then I can resize it if I want, and ready to go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I'll show you real quick too. If you haven't signed up for Locker Stock and how to check your orders, you can just go and we'll drop you the address in a minute. But you know, on the Printex site, you can go in here, and on the front page, you can get more information about TREX and the different products we have. You can go in here if you want to get other mock-ups. You can click on that, and you can go right here to your account data manager and then check your orders yourself. So same way, you can go in here, you get some mock-ups, you can get product descriptions here, or go in, log into your Locker Stock, and check the progress of your orders.
Great. I'm going to throw out another question here. Eva is asking, what is the difference between collections and campaigns?
Well, a collection is a group of campaigns. So probably it's best to show you on my screen. I will show you, let's see here, an example of that. So right here, this is my Christmas collection. And so it's made up of a lot of different collections as well. And so I'll just go right to the ugly Christmas sweater. So this is a collection of Christmas designs, and this is a campaign. and a campaign is made up of products with the same graphic on it.
So basically, and I'm not sure if there's a video on this, Matt, and you can tell me if not. And I could do a quick one easily today too. But basically, it's like, say if you're thinking it's really good to put in like team. Say if you're doing like if you were doing like a license like the College Warehouse and you were doing it by team. You can set up your collection to where you have, say, you can have as many campaigns as you want. So when somebody was to be on your site, they see that, okay, I'm gonna go. I like the Brigham Young, and they click on that, and what's going to pop up the next page is going to be all of your different campaigns on that. And it's very easy to set up. All you're really doing is once you have your campaign set up, you're going to go to the collections, add a new collection, name it, and then once you get in there, you can add whatever campaign you want and then whatever default shirt you want it to show up. So
Right.
yeah, so I can, and if we don't have a video on it, I'll record one really quickly today, and we'll drop it into the Skype group. It's a really neat way to kind of organize it too, so you don't have a whole bunch of million campaigns running at once, and they're all over the place. But that's the main difference right there.
Sure, and this is this is an example in our collections. You can go in there and you can create all the collections you want. This is the ugly Christmas that I showed you. So let's see here. It's got all of the ugly Christmas sweaters there, but it's really easy to clone a collection and add things to it. Take them out of there. It's super simple.
Yeah.
So when you get a collection, you'll get I don't know if you can go back, Randy. You'll get kind of a code for that collection, and so what you'll do is you'll start a new page, and I'll go over this in the video, but you'll just use that code and enter that code in as your page, and it will pop up as your collection when somebody clicks on it. It's really neat.
Here's your code.
That's the advantage of doing collections, because they're quick and easy to make in T-REX, because you just choose your products, you choose your campaign, you add the products in, so you can see there that's all the ones Randy's chosen. Then it generates you the shortcode, which you can place on any WordPress page or in certain places on T-REX campaigns, and it just populates it really, really quick. So that would take you like 5 minutes to make that. Whereas the old way, before we added that feature, what you would have to do is go into your website, and then you would have to upload an image, and then you would have to link the image to the campaign, and then you would have to add the text. So it would take you ages, and if you wanted to go back and change them, you'd actually have to go back in and edit them on each page. Whereas with these T-REX collections, you can edit them on the fly. So if you've got the collection shortcode on 3 different pages and you want to change out the products, you can actually just come straight into those collections there in T-REX, and you can move them around and add or remove them. So it's much, much quicker as well, because they're directly linked to the campaign.
Randy, we had a couple, and I don't think Greg's still on, but we had a couple questions. Just, I know that you used the Christina Milian example, Matthew, and a couple people have asked about the celebrity design pack, or if they can get the Christina products.
Yeah.
If you can just address that.
Hey, this is Greg. I'm here. Let me say hi to everybody.
Hey, Greg, thanks. You want to answer that for us?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure where Matthew's put those, but we want to just let everyone have them and give them. So I know that if you create a support ticket, Matthew's got like a reply that comes back with a link to a Dropbox, I think. But we're going to continually provide you guys with celebrity products and the pictures and the pricing and the licensing for that kind of stuff as much as possible, because we appreciate you guys. We want to do what we can to help. And so Matthew, can you address where those images are and how they get them? I forget.
Yeah. I am just looking for the link right now. We can post the link up for you guys.
I wonder if there's a way to put them in our store so they can just go there and buy them for like a penny or $1 or something, just so we can automate that whole process.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Yeah.
So, I think one of the things that we should do is show the store, because we do have a lot of new people that just bought the image packs, and they might want it done for you, but they might just want some image packs better than a done for you, and we can show them that store and how to get that, and they can go there and buy this stuff.
Yeah, here's the store here. You can see the different products that you've got loaded in there.
So I've got the link here. How do I post it, or should I post it up in the Skype group?
You can probably do both, but if you want to go down into the chat, Matt, and just make sure that you're chatting to all
Oh,
the
gotcha.
attendees, you can just throw it in there. But we'll also post it in the Skype group too.
And let's do that, guys. Let's go ahead and get that in our products, and then we can make those available for, like I said, like $1, and then people can just get them very easily.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that going.
You know what? I'll show you where you can find those other products too. So let's see here.
With the redesign and relaunch of T-Rex, creating.
Where do I want to go with that?
I think if you hit that,
Are you looking for shop.trexwp.com?
yeah,
there we go.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, you go to the shop, you can go by the stores, or you can go over here to the graphic packs, and this is where we have them all loaded in here. So yeah, let's just set it up in there and all the Christina stuff, and give them a real simple, easy way to grab those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got a lot more graphics packs coming as well. We've got a lot more prepared. So they'll be coming in every week. There'll be more and more in there.
Yeah, and we do want to give the Christina ones for free, but if we charge $1, I mean, the system has to charge $1 because it's all automated and it gives you the links and gives you the proper stuff and gets it there. So I don't think you can even put a free product in there because we're actually using the T-Rex store for this this site. So.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the other thing we can do too, Randy, is if they want to do the Champions Basketball League, we could do a Champions Basketball League pack and give them all those too as well. So you know, one of our other clients that we're working with is Champions Basketball League. It's a brand new former NBA player basketball league, going to be aired on there it is, shop CBL, championsbasketballleague.com. So you guys have you can market all this stuff and create your own. You know, you guys are already doing sports. It's not that well known yet, but it's getting ready to be. There's lots of former NBA players involved and Hall of Famers involved, and we have all the products and everything ready to go.
Do you want me to drop that link in for those designs, Greg?
Well, if you have it, but otherwise just put them in the shop store and let people just be able to get them.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the link to the shop store, and then just everyone just we're going to work on that. It's just trying to add them to it right away as soon as we're done here, and that way you can kind of go through them and pick what you like. So I'm going to put that link to the graphics in here.
Yeah, and we're in the middle of building a lot of this stuff out too, Greg. We've got a lot of work to finish off all the teams, so there'll be a lot of stuff in here eventually.
Yeah, and in addition to that, they've given us a marketing budget of $10,000 to $25,000 a week that we're going to be promoting the league and their what they're doing with their crowdfunding campaign. So there's going to be a lot of buzz. They got PR agents, they got press, they got ESPN, they got the NBA behind them, they got everything going. So it's going to be getting a lot of press and publicity.
Okay, just going through the questions. Steven's ready to start marketing Christina as soon as he gets them. All right, that's what we like to hear. We use the import function for Christina. Yes, as soon as you are able to download the images, you will be able to import all of those products right into your store.
Yeah. I can see Brian said about his templates weren't in his store. The templates you can actually download. I've been making new training videos, and the templates are the download link is in the training videos, Brian. But I noticed we hooked up on Skype, so if you want to Skype me, I can send those to you as well.
All right, going through, I think we've answered most questions. Any other questions, guys, for those of you who are still here? Give it a minute here. Well, I think that's it. Did you, anybody want to add anything else Randy,
Hey, this is
Matthew?
Greg. Yeah, Greg, this is Greg. Let me make one comment. So because we're going to be doing this twice a week to really provide value and really get you guys up to speed and really get your answers question on a timely basis, in addition to our 7/24 support, you got Matthew's United Kingdom, and you got Rio's in the Philippines, and you got Michael, Ken, and Randy and Keith. We're all here in the States. We're trying to provide 24/7 support. I think what would be helpful is I don't know how we do it, but we should create a situation to where if somebody has a question or they're stuck, if they could send it in, so we can review it prior to launching this. Maybe we need to create something or create a little PowerPoint or do something. But it'd be cool if you really get stuck. What is it you're stuck on? And let's make sure. Does that make sense to anyone? That we would have them email us ahead of time, so like for the next one, we know what they want and we can kind of cover it with more thoroughness or something.
Well, I think it would be, I think it'd be much more efficient, and that way we know exactly what to address, and we have it set up and ready to go, and so we're not just kind of, not wasting everyone's time. Not that it's a time waste, but time is money, so we want to make sure we get your questions answered. So, the next on whatever the next webinar is, we start off with those questions, and then we can go into any other issues that might be happening or whatever we want to focus on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
If anybody wants me to actually pull their site up on the on the screen and work on their site, if they're stuck on stuff and they don't mind sharing their site, I can just work on their site for for everybody to see, which will help everybody if they're in the same situation. So if you want to do that, you can send in your site beforehand, and I can actually work on your site live on the webinar as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of nice people on the call. Certainly worth the time, wasn't it, guys?
Definitely. That would help. We need They're saying they need marketing support, and we're going to cover a lot of marketing, and we're going to be covering a lot of that for you guys. And I know things change, especially with Facebook all the time, and it's you got to keep up. But we'll definitely be covering all of that stuff. Jay, I'm gonna probably answer you privately, and then because I'll have to ask or Randy about what you're asking. But I do see your question, just so you know, and we'll address that. But that should be no problem.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big Facebook update to Power Editor and Ads Manager here recently too. So a lot of people probably need some help with that.
I just thought of something, guys. I think what we should do is pick, like, Tuesdays could be technology, setup, that kind of stuff, and then Thursdays could be marketing. Facebook ads, marketing strategies, trust message, all that kind of stuff. And then that way we have something going on each week that kind of helps people moving forward. And I don't know if that makes sense, but that's an idea.
Well, it does, and then constantly there's a lot of that conversation in the Facebook group, too. And Kevin does a great job of responding to that and sharing tips.
Yeah, and personally, I'd like to see more of the conversations in the Facebook group rather than Skype, because it's so hard to read through the Skype threads and get it going. But in the Facebook, if you tag one of us, hey, Greg, I got this question. Hey, Matt, I got this question. It's easier to tag. I don't even know how to tag in Skype, and there probably is a way to do it. But I like the Facebook group as well. And plus, if you notice in the Facebook group, there's files, and there's downloads, and there's links, and there's pricing stuff. All that stuff's there. So it's a good place to always go back to look for stuff, and you can also search the group. You can go to Facebook and just type in search a keyword and post with those keywords. You're going to come right up. So it's important too that you search there to try to get answers. I know everyone wants to get answers instantly. Like, that's how I am too. So try to use those resources as well as our knowledge base at our support ticket system. You can search the knowledge base and do a search there and find the stuff. So, but we do want to get you guys help as fast as possible.
Absolutely. Do we have the link to the Facebook group? Did somebody put that in there yet in the chat?
Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't copy and paste into the.
There should be there's like a box right below Matthew. It says type message here. I think that's where.
Yeah, I can't paste the actual link though.
Oh, okay. And we will get that link. Matthew, if you Skype it to me, I'll throw it in here before we hop off.
I can't post it in there either, but here it is.
Yeah, it won't take the paste.
We'll drop it in the Skype group too, so
Yeah.
everybody has it.
Here it is. Randy, what are the deadlines to place orders with Printex for, I'm assuming, for Christmas delivery?
I need to have the orders by the morning of the 15th to make sure that we can get those out by that Monday and get there before Christmas.
Okay.
So really, that's the 14th, right? So everything is sold on the 14th. The cron jobs will run, send everything over the morning of the 15th, but things you sell on the 15th aren't necessarily going to make it.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay.
You know, we'll do our best. We're going to keep working all the way up to Christmas Eve and shipping, but we just can't guarantee any delivery past that morning of the 15th. And there are no expedited shipping options. I mean, that just would throw everything off track. There's no other solution. So.
Yeah. So along those lines, everyone keep busy, work, and we still have our contest going. So if you are familiar with our contest, we're going to give away 100 shares of Celebrity Lifestyle Brand stock for whoever sells the most through the 15th. So we'll be doing the count after that and announcing the winner. So we wanted to kind of motivate you guys, give you a little incentive. And then we are doing a Celebrity Lifestyle Brands investor presentation next Wednesday. So I think I've emailed that out to the database if you guys want to see what we're doing and really get a handle on what Celebrity Lifestyle Brands is doing, where we're going, and look at our investment opportunity. That's next Wednesday.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Well, I think that's it, guys. If you have any more questions, we can move it over to the Facebook group, and we'll take it from there. But we're going to hop off now and let you guys get back to it. And thank you guys, everyone, for. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Michael, Matthew, Kevin, Greg, thanks. Thanks to everybody that joined us today. Really appreciate it.
Okay. Talk to everyone soon.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.